Morning, everyone, and welcome to our Heavenly Parent Holy Community Oceania Hundoke, together with Reverend Kenji Watanabe on this Friday, the 15th of January 2026, or the 28th of November in the 13th year of Chongalguk. Thank you all for coming, and let's begin with a bow to our true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. Chanji Chumpunimge Kambe Haro. And let's say our pledge in both Korean and English.
가전맨세 4. 전일국 주인 우리 가족은 참사랑을 중심하고 단일 부모님의 찬조 이사인 전주 대가족을 형성하여 자유와 평화와 통일과 행복의 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Family pledge number 4. Our family, the owner of Chongalguk, pledges to build the universal family, encompassing heaven and earth, which is the Heavenly Parent's ideal of creation, and perfect the world of freedom, peace, unity, and happiness by centering on true love.
Thank you. I'd like to share Father's prayer again. O Heavenly Parent of creation, your beauty has been revealed in all of creation, and all of the external forms which you have touched are overflowing with the beauty of your profundity and manifestation. Please allow us to be able to experience and feel keenly through our minds and bodies your broken heart, which even today is seeking without rest the beauty of humankind, which is the purpose of creation. And please allow us to be able to relate to your love with beauty. Please allow our minds to appear like the original minds of the time when you created us, and please allow our bodies to reveal beauty like the bodies just after creation when they were not stained by sin. Please allow us to stand with minds and bodies of the original nature, completely free of any defects, which can represent your love and heart. And if you, our God, move, we move too. And if you, our God, are at rest, we are at rest too. We have come to understand that this is one of the standards you have had as you worked hard going through the history of the providence of restoration until now. Since what we must find now are our own minds, and what we must complete are our own bodies, please allow us to find them and complete them. Then please establish us as beings who are able to bow down, representing the original beauty of our Heavenly Parent. Please allow us to be able to offer songs of gratitude and glory to you, Heavenly Parent. And we earnestly hope and desire that you will allow us to be able to feel deep in our bones and flesh that this is the purpose of our Heavenly Parent who has worked so hard. Because we have inherited the blood lineage of the fall, without our realizing it, we have left heaven and lived lives putting importance on ourselves, and we have left behind heavenly morality and acted centered on ourselves. Therefore, contrary to that, please allow us to be led by the call of our original mind, which is able to relate to heavenly morality. Please allow us to find our original selves, which heaven prefers, by our original minds motivating our bodies. And we earnestly hope and desire that you will establish us as children who are able to resolve the lamentations of the myriads of people, resolve the lamentations of heaven and earth, bow down before you humbly and receive your love. We have prayed in the name of the Lord. Aju. Thank you. And before we welcome up Reverend Kenji, I'd like to share this praise song from last night. Please.
Wandering into the night, wanting a place to hide this weary soul, this vagabond. I tried with all my might, but I just can't win the fight. I'm slowly drifting, oh vagabond.
And just when I ran out of road, I met someone I didn't know, and she told me that I was not alone. You picked me up, you turned me around, you placed my feet on solid ground. I thank my father, I thank my mother, because she healed my heart, she changed my name, forever free. I'm not the same. I thank my father, I thank my mother, I thank God. And nothing now but I got no choice but to believe. My doubts are burning like ashes in the wind.
So long to my old friend, burden and bitterness, you can just keep it away, for you ain't welcome here.
Now till I walk the streets of gold, I'll sing of how you saved my soul. This wayward son has found his way back home.
You picked me up,
You turned me around, you placed my feet on solid ground. I thank my father, I thank my mother, because she healed my heart, she changed my name, forever free. I'm not the same. I thank my father, I thank my mother, I thank God. And lost not one, I am free, I am free, I am free, I am free. And lost not one, I am free, I am free, I am free, I am free. And lost not one, I am free, I am free, I am free, I am free. And lost not one, I am free, I am free, I am free, I am free. And lost not one, we are free, we are free, we are free. And lost not one, we are free, we are free, we are free. And lost not one, we are free, we are free, we are free. And lost not one, we are free, we are free, we are free. Pick me up, turn me around, place my feet on solid ground. I thank my father, I thank my mother, because she healed my heart, she changed my name, forever free. I'm not the same. I thank my father, I thank my mother, I thank God.
하늘 부모님, 참 부모님, 감사합니다. 사랑합니다. 화성 철ят, 경례, 바로.
Thank you, and let's give a warm welcome to Reverend Kenji as he shares this morning. Thank you.
Good morning, the brothers and sisters of the Oceania family. Let me set up the presentation slideshow. Just a moment, please. All right. So yeah. Wow, the time flies. Already Friday comes, and so we prepare for the Chongqing Night Vigil live for the New Zealand brothers and sisters. As a once a week, we at least participate. And meanwhile, we are also the participating the every night for the special devotion. So we really hope that through mother's situation, gonna be improved, and she's able to go back to the Jong-gun as soon as possible. That's the original place where our how do you say, for me, true mother of the universe gonna stay. So today I would like to continue the passage from the God's will and word, as these words really remind us of the original position that we embarked upon when we were young. Let's begin. So restoration and blessing, number 2. Topic is start from the victory that God desires. The other day, a group of about 50 people from Japan came to Korea and visited the holy ground in Busan. It is right next to a cemetery, in a stony place where no one lives. On that site, I built a small hut of cardboard and mud many years ago. It was far from a glorious place, but even when I was sleeping there, I was walking the path of the filial piety before God as his son. My quest was a deep, internal standard that no one else had been able to attain. At the time, I had no external possessions. I had no money. I had a bad and unwashed face, so I looked dirty, and I wore on the assortment of the Western and the Oriental clothes. But everywhere I went, I spoke about very big things that were bigger than a cannon, more explosive than an atomic bomb, so huge that everybody was surprised and ran away. I have endured tremendous hardship all my life, but you may not be able to understand it. So it would take as much as 50 years to explain it. But my conclusion is that no matter how much suffering you may experience in your activities, and no matter how much you are persecuted by your environment, you should be able to always remain standing before the face of God. So that's the father's attitude and the determination, which never been changed, even now. And so 50 years from the 1969, at the time that this speech was given. So already 50 years has passed, and so 2019 is 50 years. So including the mother's time. So anyway, I understand that true parents explained everything. So now is time for our responsibility to fulfill. Let me continue. Although Jesus left the earth through the cross, the standard of filial piety he impressed upon God's heart remained, and God had to respond to it. Although Jesus did not seek a reply from God, Nevertheless, God's heart could not help but reach out to him. Jesus was the first true child of God after 4,000 years of biblical history. There are about 300 people gathered here. If you all are determined to do the same things as Jesus, 430 provinces of Japan will be restored. So victory comes out of the internal determination made at the outset of a venture, not somewhere midway. You should understand this. So this gives us the very important lesson. So victory already determined when we make a resolution for the result that we are wishing to achieve. So in that light, so victory is at hand as Heavenly Parents is the root cause of the everything. And so we are the follower of the true parents who are embodiment of the Heavenly Parents on earth and in heaven. Especially mother is still on earth, and we should be able to bring the victory as Heavenly Parents already accomplished. So even if you can get victory over hundreds of life and death situations, you need still more determination before you can win the eternal victory that God has sought, a place out of Satan's reach. So you may wonder if you are suffering in the midst of bitter environment will help the restoration process. But I have already calculated these factors exactly so that what the Unification Church teaches can move history and become the true history. So I am teaching what no one else was able to imagine. So in Japan, everybody is talking about the Unification Church. So it is true in these days as well. They are wondering why these young people seem to be wasting their youth, walking the path of suffering. Some of you had even entered the University of Tokyo and were admired by your relatives. However, because you joined the Unification Church, your families were devastated. There are many of you who are in that situation. But if you are going to be great men and women, you should work on the stage of the entire world. No matter how you may suffer in Japan, that suffering is not enough for you to be able to enter the ideal realm of God. So I know some friends and the elders who literally quit the university that they really striving to enter, and then after meeting with the true parents through the divine principle education, they couldn't find any other option than devoting themselves to the God's providence. And Father knows very well, but the Father never ignore the people's talent and wishes. And later on, I saw the many elders who couldn't finish the education were encouraged to enter to the further education to complete. That's the father's heart, true parents' heart. And so now we see many young people, second gen, third generation, stand before the public on their foot in faith in God and true parents, which is fantastic. And we really hope that the opinion in general in Japan gonna be changed. Actually, in the changing, and many supporters, prominent the journalists and lawyers and the even political leaders stand up together for our side. But still, the liberal and the evil power strong, and we have to see carefully about the situation, as February is a big day for Japanese movement. So then Father is asking, what is the Unification Church? It is a church whose quest is to establish the standard whereby we may enter the ideal realm of God. Therefore, now that you know this, so you have to focus upon the greater value in your life. So value that Unification Church has to be manifested by us. So then we have to ask ourselves whether or not we have been achieving that level as true parents have achieved. And the reality is, true, a mother is still paying indemnity for us and for the humanity. And so we are living in a very, very crucial time. We have to make a decision, taking the risk to cost our lives in heart. So now, I would like to ask someone to lead. Anybody, would you like to lead? Okay. Today, Jinin here today? I cannot see. Okay. How about
Kenji, I can.
Okay. Yeah, please. Thank you.
Okay. The path of persecution. In the time of Jesus, the three main apostles, the main apostles, the 12 apostles, the 70 and the 120 disciples all became faithless. Therefore, in the end, Jesus had to go to the cross. We have to indemnify this and resolve to return to God at the risk of our lives. Otherwise, the course of restoration is impossible. We have to go through the path of persecution and take responsibility at the national level. We have to be determined to restore all things perfectly within 3 generations. 3 generations are needed because 3 is the principal number, and the 4-position foundation develops in 3 stages. With this kind of determination, we have to endure persecution and overcome all obstacles. Jesus came as the true parent or true father, but Judas betrayed him. In his act of betrayal, all mankind was represented. Through him, all human beings, as the offspring of traitors, betrayed their true parent. Hence, we must make an indemnity contribution to indemnify the act of having sold the true parent. For 30 pieces of silver, one man banished the true parent from this earth and completely frustrated God's providence of 4,000 years. At that moment, Satan prevailed on the earth. To indemnify this, we have to offer this amount of money, symbolized by the number 3, for 4 years, as the price for having sold the true parent. The 4 years represent east, west, south, and north. In Korea, this means we must give 3,000 won, $30 every year for 4 years. That money should be earned through your sweat and tears. And when you earn that money, you should think about God's will more than your own life. That money should be donated to God with this heart.
Thank you. So I think a mistake I found not the 3,000 won, at least 30,000 won in money value of even today. And so I think most of the older members experienced the kind of indemnity condition to offer number 3 in the euro currency. And especially principle of restoration require us to very strict restoration in terms of number, and we all follow that way. And so because of that, so we have been protected until today. And anyhow, so we are now living in a different era from the 1960s, 70s, even 80s. And so we see the true parents as a victorious true parents. Of course, something went wrong as the betrayal of the Iscariot of Judah remind us of the situation of today. But we cannot blame on the just particular person. So we have to all repent. Thank you. Please continue, Kisa. Thank you.
Also, Jesus' 3 disciples should have united with him, but instead they deserted him. The 12 apostles, the 70, and the 120 disciples were also faithless. Therefore, in the course of indemnity, we have to restore all of this. Thus, we each must, and 3 spiritual children, and centering upon them, find 12, and then 70, and then 120 followers. This is what I have been doing for the last 21 years. Because Jesus could not accomplish this on the earth, he and God were overcome with sorrow. The mission of the Unification Church is to solve these sorrows. This is our formula course. We have to restore our tribes, establishing our position as new ancestors. We have to restore Japan, Asia, and the rest of the world, thus developing God's providence of restoration on a worldwide level.
Thank you. Thank you for reading, Kisa. And these passages remind us of our not duty, our mission to fulfill by any means as a tribal Messiah to comfort, console the Jesus who came as a first begotten Son, and also the true parents who came as the Christ of second advent and only begotten son and daughter. So now, the new section here, and anybody other volunteers to lead? Is rating here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Could
All
you
right,
read?
I can read.
Thank you.
The Holy Wedding. For the Holy Wedding in 1960, we had to set up all the indemnity conditions of the 4,000 biblical years before Jesus and the 2,000-year history after Jesus. The content of that holy wedding was worldwide and cosmic, but in actuality, very few people witnessed it. At that time, we still faced unimaginable persecution. The preparation period from 1953 to 1960 was a time of fierce persecution. During that time, more than 3 million people, 3 major Christian denominations, and 3 governments in Korea opposed us. In spite of this, we had to bring forth victory by establishing indemnity conditions. That was the background of my holy wedding in 1960. That wedding day determined the destiny of the Unification Church. It was a great event for the world and the cosmos. All the vertical indemnity conditions on the worldwide level were restored horizontally on earth through my mission, because I had brought victory, both spiritually and physically. One requirement was to restore 3 disciples before my own blessing, representing the 3 disciples who deserted Jesus 2,000 years ago. Adam and Eve fell as a betrothed couple. Therefore, restoration cannot be done by one person alone. Salvation cannot be completed by a man alone. Neither can a woman go to heaven alone. Therefore, a man and a woman together must solve the problem. To establish the standard of Adam and Eve as true parents on this earth, we had to set up the condition centered on the engagement of 3 disciples. God's aim was to restore Adam's family, but Cain's and Abel's failure shifted the dispensation to Noah's family. Through Noah's family, all human beings in the world were judged by the flood in order to eradicate Satan's invasion at the fall. This was God's providence for salvation on this earth. Later, responsibility was shifted to the family of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and still later to Moses and then Jesus. So we can see that God's providence for salvation has been prolonged several times. Therefore, we must indemnify that path. In order to indemnify the standard of Adam's family and establish the true parents, we must first restore Adam's 3 children. Jesus absolutely needed 3 disciples, symbolizing the 3 archangels in the Garden of Eden, because these archangels did not all unite with Adam and Eve completely and serve them. The fallen world came into being. In order for perfect true parents to accomplish their position, they need 3 disciples, equivalent to the 3 archangels, who can serve them completely. Unless this is done, Satan cannot be eradicated from this earth. The whole history of Cain-type people disobeying Abel-type people is restored through the Lord's 3 disciples. They represent the 3 archangels in the spirit world and Cain in the 3 major providential periods, that is, in the Old Testament, New Testament, and completed Testament periods, or Cain in Adam's family, Cain at Jesus' time, and Cain at the time of the second coming. To indemnify completely this kind of history, the Lord of the Second Advent, representing Jesus, who in turn represents the first Adam, must raise up 3 chief disciples who represent the 3 Cains. In the spiritual world, there are 3 archangels. In the physical world, 3 spiritual children need to follow their Abel absolutely. 3 disciples need to remain faithful in spite of persecution. This standard was established in April 1960. Since the cause of restoration is the reversal cause, those who are in the position of children should be blessed first. 3 disciples or 3 children are to establish that requirement.
Thank you very much. So, well, that's the end of the presentation today, and well, a lot of the kind of strict the restoration course was shown by Father's true parents' word, and true parents are the one who, without skipping, gone through and completed and brought the victorious realm for all of us. And just like to conclude with the Bible quote, Luke 17:20-21. The kingdom of God is coming, but not in a way that you will be able to see with your eyes. People will not say, look, here it is, or there it is. So because the kingdom of God is within you. So what does this mean? So with this passage, a Christian tend to not to care about the substantial environment, as saying that as far as the kingdom is within us, so doesn't matter the actual environment or situation. But so in terms of the God's providence, so 4-position foundation in a family is the eternal purpose of the God's creation. And in that way, of course, God's kingdom, the vision idea has to be rooted deeply in our heart. And then, so it should be manifested as a whole. That's the family. And true parents established that family first time in human history. And so we see substantial kingdom which is expanding. And yeah, we have seen beautiful Cheongwon-gun, and lot of the significant image, the art paint on the wall in sanctum, and everything is about the true parents, and it is very, very true. In other words, if we cannot see true parents and true parents in sanctum, just extraordinary beautiful building, that's it. But essence of the temple is that established by our beloved true parents. And not only that, so we are also have to become the substantial temple. That's the more important than any external building, and we should be able to manifest the God's ideal by example. Well, it's not an easy path, but as true parents have shown us, and we should be able to make it. And during the mother's lifetime, let us determine to substantiate God's kingdom, Cheongilguk, here on earth. So thank you very much for your kind attention. That's all for this morning, the Fundokhei. Thank you, and I believe that still got the time for the breakout session. yeah, I pass on the mic to Reverend John. Thank you. Hello, John. Reverend John.
Yeah, I think he's in the heaven.
Reverend John. Hello. Well, so now, yeah, I would like to hear any comments on the reading this morning. Arai Sensei, would you like to say something?
Yeah, anyway, thank you so much. And Reverend John, and so much we have a serious issue. So I really try to be positive and position, and but also when we started talk, it's not easy to say simply. It's a very I think incredible time, and I think then just I talk about politics. Mr. Lee, President of Korea, he just had a meeting with Japanese Takaichi Prime Minister, and 2 days. So Mr. Lee visited Japan, and I think incredible. I think one of the really happy and kind of successful. So nation Japan side, also nation Korea side, or press, really exciting. And so actually Mr. Lee is getting so popular. There's, I think, more than 60% support. Then also this time, when I read their, response, people's response to the Mr. Lee's visit Japan. So Mr. Lee is like a kind of idol and getting so popular. Then most of the Korean people say thank you, the respect, and all our dear Mr. Lee. He's the best of all, incredible. He's getting more popular, that's the truth. Looks like maybe reached nearly 65%. But while he is getting so popular, and he's so negative to our church. Before he left Korea, he had a quite important meeting with religious people, 7 leader of denomination. Yeah, then so Mr. D was the government side so keen to this whole unification church. They're asking the religious leader. The religious leaders in Korea says unification church is, I think, against unified society. Must be resolved. This is voice from religious leader from Korea. And this is a very serious. I think I think vision it is incredible, but people not looking for a vision. People looking for actions. Then, especially this time, I think what we do, like connection with politics, people can donate, people can support anyway, but as an organization, if we support some political party, or I think that is against the constitution. So I think as Korean president getting popular, but I think he getting power, but he's against. I think people who stand at the left side, they cannot see what we have done. It's an incredible thing. This is amazing. And so at the moment, it's a difficult time, but I think we hope something we can survive. Yeah. Very serious.
Thank you very much for the serious topic. Yes, Fundo greeting this morning was a serious one, and actually national persecution literally we are facing. So, probably before passing the microphone to the Reverend John, still I think someone would like to say, I think Kisa or Tony would like to say something.
Yeah, I can say something. I think, I hope. The reading was all about, well, the last bit of your presentation was about the three main disciples, yeah. And when we were in Germany a long time ago, we were able to work with two of those key disciples, like Wonpil Kim and Reverend Young Wee Kim. And I just wanted to say what wonderful people they were. Really, we were so lucky, especially Wonpil Kim. Also in Britain, I remember him talking about True Father's life in in so much detail, and we used, and we were able to. He was such a wonderful man, and Young Wee Kim was very different, but he wrote some books, and his sermons were published, and a really good influence. I just wanted to say we were able to work with them, and how lucky we were, and how lucky we are to have these three special disciples. Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. So, well, they are the one who pass the tradition on to next generations, and we should be able to really keep the God's tradition, and then I need to pass on to the next generation. That's what our kind of responsibility as well. And well, I think always I would like to hear something from the Jeffrey. Would you like to say something?
Anyway, in that speech also, I was talking about all the persecution from all the governments and everybody, but still our movement grew, So the more indemnity comes, then the more we can move forward, Father sort of, I think, mentions that, he welcomes indemnity, bring it on, because if there's no chance, then we can't move forward, something like that, So I just see this as, wanting to disband. And also, Shichonji is also in Auckland, and we met them, and they came to our center. We went to their center. So there's an opportunity also for perhaps to see them again, and I read a thing this morning about all these big religious, leaders who gathered with Mr. Lee to try to get rid of these pesky cults, because the competition to try to get members, it's really interesting that he gathered those religious leaders together to come against the so-called cults, you know. But anyway, I see that everything will come out eventually, of course. And through this suffering we're going through, and Mother particularly is going through, I'm very sure we will be able to expand in a much bigger way. So yeah, that's my thoughts. Thank you.
Drew, thank you. And yeah, as a final person, I'd like to ask the Mr. Jenips, would you like to say something?
Yes, it's something that comes to my mind very often in a moment. Is when my father came out of Danbury in America, and he was in the peak of his glory in a way with the Christian world. All the Christians over there united with him. There was an amazing victory for him after he came out of Danbury. And instead of staying in America, in North America, and be glorified and bathe in his glory in terms of this amazing victory with the Christians, he went to South America. And that's something that really completely amazed me all the time. I'm completely amazed that he went right into the jungle, into the rivers with the crocodiles, and will, at the risk of his life, going every day, going that boat, driving through the trees and risking his life every day and being bitten by mosquitoes. And so I think to myself, why did he didn't stay in North America? He could have been glorified and got an amazing victory over there with the Christians, but he didn't. He went to South America. So I wonder why at some time. But then I understand in a way. When you go to the highest level, then you have to come down to the lowest level again and start over again to get the Cain world and the Igbo world united in preview to unified North and South Korea. So it's amazing. True Father is absolutely incredible, and he is absolutely, completely humbled and amazed by his vision and the way he, not only his vision, but the way he acts on the worldwide level in his life to pay the maximum indemnity for humanity, putting himself on the line completely. It's incredible. And I think of that situations he had at that time. And now the situation we have in the moment, a mother went to the lowest level, right into prisons again, like went to a father, went to South America, to try to gather all the children and all the Cain-Abel world together. To unify the world basically is centered on that situation. And to a father watching the whole situation now, it's quite amazing to see the path of the Messiah's path, the true parents. And you are following, you're trying to understand, follow this path ourselves very humbly, and to fathom really the immensity of the task that true parents have for the world. It's just it amazes me all the time completely of what we have to how to follow and to go through. And no, I'm not doing enough myself personally, definitely not. So all I can do is repent. Basically, I'm not being short of in my own situation to do something more. But yeah, that's all I can say there. Thanks.
Thank you. So, true parents very, very strictly went through the course of the restoration through the indemnity, and yeah, that age is basically over, but still something greater things to happen because true mother has been the paying the indemnity condition for the humanity. So thank you very much for your sharing, and now I'd like to pass the microphone to the Reverend John. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Reverend Kenji. Yeah, that's okay. Thank you, Reverend Kenji. Thank you, everyone. I hope it's time now anyway for our unison prayer, and I'll just bring up the screen and we can pray together. There it is. Okay. Let's pray together. Thank you. Jew. Thank you, everyone. Thank you again, Reverend Kenji, for sharing this morning, and I hope everyone has a great day, and see you all again tomorrow. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye, John.
Okay.